All right, let's get to it. Zachary.
Hey, that's called that power shake.
New segment of Anatomically Correct, Overrated, Underrated, where we're just going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff and we're going to give our opinions on if something's
We're just
overrated
gonna throw it out there?
or underrated. Yeah,
Fitness and non-fitness.
completely off the cuff, okay? Shake weight. What do you
Shake your
think?
weight.
Overrated or underrated? You remember that thing? A cultural phenomenon. What do you think? Overrated, underrated?
Overrated.
Overrated.
Come on.
Appropriately rated for me. I think we all understand
You
what
had
it
a
is.
shake weight?
No, but I picked one up before.
I have too.
And I didn't want to stop.
I didn't stop till I got that pump.
Next, Nike Shocks. You remember those bad
I
boys?
do remember the bad boys, Nike Shocks.
Thought I was going to buy a pair and be able to dunk, and I could not. So for me, absolutely underrated.
Concur.
Overrated. Absolutely overrated. Sorry.
Absolutely overrated.
Absolutely overrated.
It ain't about the shoes, man. It's about what's in here.
Electric eels.
Electric eels.
Overrated or underrated?
Dude, I'm scared of an electric eel, but I mean, I've never been struck by one. I'd have to say they're underrated.
I'll go underrated.
I'd
as well. They're pretty badass.
on an electric eel. Why not?
Your power's to electrocute things. How about the Bowflex? Overrated
Bowflex?
or underrated?
I don't know, man. I could go either way on that one because I know you can catch a pump on a Bowflex, but deep down I have to say overrated.
See, I differ with you.
The way they sell it,
I think that was completely underrated. Great piece of home gym workout equipment.
I wouldn't necessarily disagree. I say it's overrated because they got the most jacked dudes in the world doing them. Just like the most jacked dude in the world doing the shaker weight.
Hey,
What about those tire flips? Flipping the tire.
now, contrary to probably what most people's opinion is, I think, I'm going to say it is an extremely overrated exercise.
Ooh, I go underrated on that one.
Think so?
I love the tire.
Reason being, most people butcher their form, and I don't think they understand why they're doing it.
Yeah. I like it. I say it could be a good staple because it's so functional. Picking
can
that
be.
damn thing up,
If you're doing
that's
it right,
a big deal.
If you're doing it right.
Flipping it,
How about something that I roll my eyes at all the time? The deload week.
you ain't training that hard.
Oh man, I can't. I'm backing down 32% this week because
Yeah.
coach says it's my deload week. I am not even working out.
I don't think I've ever had a deload
to
week
justify
in my
a
life.
deload week.
Maybe we ain't training hard enough.
Probably not. I'm admitting that I'm not training hard enough, and I train pretty damn hard.
Damn.
I don't need a deload week.
All right.
All right, every once in a while you do. How about quicksand?
Ooh, Quicksand. That's a little scary, man.
It's scary.
I go underrated.
Way underrated.
Imagine if you were in that quicksand and you just couldn't. Ooh, that'd be just
Way
freaky,
underrated.
the freakiest sensation.
I'm a little
Helpless.
disappointed at how few times I've came across quicksand in real life. We're growing up, as a lot of cartoons and a lot of movies showed people just flailing in quicksand. I thought that would happen a lot more. And
You
it
came
hasn't.
across real quicksand?
No, in movies. I'm saying I'm disappointed in how often I haven't.
There you go. Overrated.
Hey.
Underrated.
Yeah. Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Overrated or underrated?
I say underrated only because people don't eat them enough.
I say completely overrated
Not because there's
because
anything bad in them.
they're great for you. But I think it's a buzzword food that fitness gurus, I feel like, just get off on telling their clients to
if you're gonna
eat sweet
tell-
potatoes, eat sweet potatoes, eat sweet potatoes.
Well, listen.
How about you just don't eat so much food?
Yeah. But when you think about a carb, what's a tuber? That's a tuberous
It's
vegetable.
like a tuber, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It always
That-
reminded me of tuberculosis. When I saw it
That's
written out.
better than any other kind of carb, I'd say.
Yeah, they're okay. I still think they're overrated.
All right.
Ass to grass squats. That used to be like the whole oh man, I go ass to grass. What do you
Ass
think
to
of that?
grass, I say that's definitely overrated.
Way overrated.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Way overrated. Because again, it's another thing. I don't think people realize why they're going that low, nor if they actually really need to. And I think at some points it's actually disadvantageous to what they're trying to accomplish.
All right.
Joey Chestnut,
Let's tell them who Joey Chestnut is first.
the 80th in a row year reigning United States July 4th Nathan's hot dog eating champion.
Y'all seen that dude?
It's
It used to be
gross.
that little
It's
Chinese
disgusting,
guy.
but guess what? The way I look at it, Joey does it, so I don't have to. So he is way underrated.
Way underrated.
He's a national
and he's
treasure.
American, man.
He's a national treasure. He
Hey,
took it back from Kobayashi.
just gobbles up those hot dogs,
Just-
man.
yeah, he does. He does.
What about keto?
Keto, everything is way overrated.
100%.
Way overrated. We could make a whole video on that, and maybe we'll at some point, but way overrated. Way overrated. The term quad dominant.
Oh,
Don't sit on that leg extension, even though everybody knows it actually works. I'm going to tell you it doesn't because you're already so quad dominant. So we're only going to do hamstrings and glutes.
and trainers like to use that quad dominant because it makes it sound like they know what they're damn
That's
talking
another
about.
deload week thing.
Yeah, man, you're too quad dominant, so you got to deload this week.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid. Train your quads. They're still an important muscle. It's like half of your thigh.
All right.
Right? Okay.
Quads.
Quad dominant. Don't let somebody tell you you're too quad dominant. Whatever.
Let's talk about the next one. Vegan.
Vegan. What do you think?
Man, I think it's ultra overrated.
Way overrated.
I'm not saying it's not healthy. Way overrated.
I feel like I'm overrating everything.
Everybody says I'm vegan until you start diving into what they really eat, and they ain't vegan.
Well, because how about you look at eliminating like trans fats and processed sugars and refined carbohydrates?
You can be a vegan and be
Right?
way overweight because you're eating a ton of sugar.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's actually, I think if you really are vegan, it's hard not to eat too much sugar, unless you really know what you're doing.
I agree. Because a lot of things will be packaged because marketing vultures love to put something like vegan on the front. Well, guess what? You can still be having 1,000 carbs and sugar. That's vegan, right?
It's still vegan.
It's still vegan, so you're eating vegan. So again, there's some vegans doing it the right way. I think most mainstream vegans probably regret that they do it, or that's not the reason they're
Those
losing
damn
weight.
mainstream vegans.
Mainstream. That sounded very snotty to me, didn't it?
Yeah, man. What about-
Avocados.
those are underrated.
I agree.
I think the avocado
I agree.
might be one of the best things to have consistently in your diet. Regulates your blood sugar.
Yep.
Good fats.
I'll jump on the avocado train all day. People love to talk about it.
You
as
jump
like
on
a
that
s-
avocado train?
I will. They talk about it as like a super.
You get on there and go, choo.
Nobody's surprised that avocados are like one of those healthy fats. It's like
Yeah.
usually the first or second thing people talk about when they're listing off healthy fats, but they're delicious. Guacamole.
Sometimes I'll be
rules.
talking with somebody about they need to eat avocados. And like, oh, I just don't like avocados.
Oh, I'm quad dominant and I'm deloading, so I can't have avocados this week. Oh. How
Eat
about,
your avocados for
how about
sure.
those toe shoes? Remember those things when we were trying to make those a thing?
I thought those were kind of cool. I didn't have the toe. I had the barefoot shoes because I said I'm never going to go there to have my little toes hanging
The
out.
zero drop, like no heel.
But I wore those for a long time.
Those are great. The toe shoes in general.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Way
I'm
overrated.
gonna
If
say
they weren't overrated, they'd still be just a crazy deal today, and they're not.
I'm
because
gonna give the public a
they hurt
lot
your
more
feet.
credit and say they're properly rated because I think most of us realize at this point, like, right.
They're okay if you're walking around like they talk about. You're supposed to walk like the cavemen. They didn't wear shoes, but they also weren't walking on concrete.
And guess what?
Every day.
Cavemen weren't wearing toe shoes either. So
They weren't.
there you go. Protein shakes, overrated or underrated?
I don't know where to go with this one. This is just kind of, I would have to say, underrated.
Totally underrated.
I mean,
Totally
you gotta
underrated.
have them.
You need them.
If you're wanting to build muscle, unless you can get all the protein you need throughout the day in whole food, that's a challenge to do. Protein supplement makes all the sense in the world.
Protein shakes are way underrated. There's a lot of overrated proteins out there, but in general, the category of protein shakes are very underrated. You should probably use them if you're not. Last thing, my favorite, calling people big guy. Hey, big guy, overrated or underrated?
I say that's probably overrated.
Man.
I don't know which way I go. I don't call people big guy.
Yeah, but you can picture the type of guy who says that, right?
Yeah. I used to have the nice guy that used to come into a gym that I worked at one time, little bitty guy. And he'd always see me and he would always be like, "What's up, player?" And I'd be like, "What's up, man?" That was his one go-to.
Ooh,
"What's up, player?"
Well, I feel like he knew what he was doing with that, hopefully. I feel like the big guy is like, he's not meaning to be funny. So that's gotta be way overrated. Don't call people big guy. Not a good look.
Okay.
Sorry if I ever called you big guy. All right, that was it.
That's just a quick little overrated, underrated.
We'll bring this segment back. Check
Bring
us
it
out
back.
on chucktailfitness.com.
These are their endless opportunities for this one.
Check us out on chucktailfitness.com.
Player.
Big guy. All right.